mean, Jesus Christ, where do you start with that? Hello everybody, Ramblers of the South Stand here, Conor, back with a really raw post-match review of that. I'm going to try start with the whole game as a process, then I will get on to that thing, whatever he is, referee. As a game, I thought Leeds were pretty poor. And I said pretty poor, I thought we were atrocious throughout the entire game. We could have won it in the end, but the balance of play, it was completely Brentford's. I think they deserved the win, but I'm just sort of trying to understand the whole process of the game, because Leeds were caught out so many times. Brentford went forward on the counter-attack so many times. They looked more dangerous than we did. We didn't create anything. Do you know what the ironic thing is? I thought actually we looked good when Alioski went left back, which was, I mean, to everything that's happened on the channel and stuff with Alioski, it's quite funny, isn't it? But Dallas, I feel, unfortunately didn't give us that width at the start of the game, which is what I said on the pre-match. I didn't think he would give us that width, and he didn't. He was cutting inside an awful lot, and sort of the play was going through the middle, and then Leeds would lose it through the middle. I mean, on a level, we looked horrendous that first half. That first half was just dreadful, and I thought the majority of the second half was dreadful. It was just the pressure that they put us under. We came up against a team who, to be honest, looked better than us. They looked like a better quality version of us, and that's because we didn't have the players readily available that we normally have. And that's, I mean, it's been showing in the past 5 or 6 games anyway, but this game was paramount because Brentford, they're not good away from home, and they really took us to the cleaners today. They taught us a lesson, and you can say they didn't all you want, but you're being slightly delusional if you think that, because they were just all over us. There was multiple times where it was 2-on-2 and they screwed it up, or it was half decent defending from Leeds in the end. We missed Douglas massively. The balance wasn't there on the back. Leeds looked shaky. I thought Ayling was horrendous throughout the game. His pass percentage must have been about 10%. Giving away silly fouls. I thought he was particularly bad. Click, I don't know why he was taken off. Our most creative outlet. I don't think, once again, Saïd's had a great game. It's difficult, that one, guys, to try and find positives, because Leeds were just that bad. And this is raw coming from outside the game. I don't really understand what we did in that game that was good. Grinding out a draw, but I was saying at the start of the game I'd have been happy with the draw, and I would have been happy with the draw, because I feel like everyone should know how good Brentford are. They're a good side, and you can see that in the game. But I feel a lot of Leeds fans were going into saying, yeah, it's a certain Leeds win. It never was, because they're a good team, Brentford. It was highlighted in pre-matches and stuff like that, but I thought they played it around well. They were sort of doing to Leeds what we were doing to other teams at the start of the season, and I thought they looked much better. They looked much better than we did, and that's just the bottom line of it. You can like it or not like it. They were the better team. But let's move on to the controversy. I mean, I cannot believe that rat was put in. Was as a referee. Just disgusting. Vile refereeing performance. And the reason I'm so upset about it is because you get families who spend £200 to go down there on kids, the wives, to go down there, everyone, for a family day out, and he just makes the game all about him. Why? Why is a referee making it all about him? What's the point? Why would you do that? Every single decision, and this is where you've got to think, it's a bit dramatic, but this is what everyone says, isn't it? Is the Football League corrupt? Because what was that? Every decision that was going for Brentford. Every single decision, that penalty, it's an absolute joke. I was in a Sydney bar tonight, and everyone knew it was going to be given, because everything was being given against Leeds that game. It's not, we don't say it about many games. The Birmingham game was pretty horrendous, but this was despicable. It was disgusting. It was highlighted with Jansen after the game. These are professional players, but they couldn't hold it in. They couldn't believe it. They couldn't believe they'd just gone through 90 minutes with an absolute twat being the main stage. Why? Why don't we just come to a game and just referee it fairly? Referee the game. Don't make it all about yourself. Why be the Mike Dean? I mean, this guy was levels above Mike Dean in the Premier League, making it all about himself. He was on a whole new level. And the game was all about him. Every time Brentford went over, any time he would give the foul. I don't know what it was. Don't know if he was hiding a Scum shirt underneath, a Chelsea shirt underneath. I'm not 100% sure. but it was an absolute disgrace. I've got a Man United fan texting me now, my best mate Joe, who's telling me how disgraceful the refereeing performance was, and he's never seen anything like it. This is from a Man United fan. Absolutely horrendous. And he made the game all about himself. Brentford were the better team in my opinion, 100%. And they deserved to go in front. Leeds were just awful, giving the ball away left, right and centre, and they were going to get one at some point. They were counter-attacking and counter-attacking and counter-attacking, and Leeds just couldn't deal with it. And then they got the goal, but that penalty, it was just a disgrace. It's a disgrace, and he gave it because he's a bottle job, and he couldn't stand up and just say, no, it's a dive. Give Ollie Watkins a yellow card. If you've not watched it back, please watch it back if you've been at the game. Complete dive. Again, and that is the problem in this league, that the consistency of refereeing is abysmal. And it's a complete highest standard in the Premier League. People talk about referees in the Premier League all the time, but the Championship referees are minging. They are awful, and it's always a topic of debate around football channels, around punditry, because the refereeing is just not at a consistent level, and it needs to be stamped out because it's getting worse and worse every week. You've got families going and paying, like I've just said, £200 to go and watch Leeds, a family of 4 or a family of 5, and getting that, a referee just making it all about him. It's a disgrace, an absolute disgrace. And you got people who are going into pubs around the country, watching the game, spending the hard-earned money from the week, and you get twats like him, Jeremy Simpson, who just make it all about himself. And you wouldn't get, like I've just said, a Pontus Jansson going on the Sky TV cameras and swearing. He's swearing because of how is their right back not getting sent off? He's done the exact same as Luke Ayling done. He's got sent off. How does that work? They've substituted him afterwards because Dean Smith clearly thought to himself, he thought, oh shit, we've got away with one there, and he's taken him off straight away because he's clearly hot-headed. He's took Harrison out on the halfway line. It's a yellow card. It's a yellow card for everything you've been given that game. Click, Phillips, they've all been given yellow cards for nothing, and he's tapped him on the kneecap as Ayling, and none of the Brentford players are even appealing for it. Alan Judge has gone down. He's got straight back up, and they've given him a yellow card and a red card. Why? Why have you done that? Why have you got away and done that? Why have the games? Your horrendous performance has been saved. You're not getting chased out of Ellen Road tonight because we've managed to grab a draw, and you've said why? Why have you ruined the game doing that? You're a disgrace, Jeremy Simpson, an absolute disgrace, and you've ruined the game for Leeds United fans. You really have. And the EFL needs to look at itself because once again you've designated another crappy referee who's ruined a spectacle game. It could have been a spectacle game. There's 2 fantastic teams and you've ruined it. Yet again, the EFL. Well done. Well done. So there we go. Jansen, thank God, terrific header which got us back into the game. But you could tell the Leeds fans were just sour. The Leeds players, sorry, were just sour, and we could have won it with Baker, couldn't we, with that glancing header in the end. I thought Alioski, kudos to him, he's come back, and I thought he had a really good game tonight. I'd actually say he was a standout player. I'm just absolutely foaming about that referee. But Leeds on a whole, poor tonight. Tonight for me, sorry. Today for you, poor. And I think the fact that we're getting all those players back, hopefully, after the international break is positive. But I'm so thankful that we actually got the draw. Let me know what you guys think in the box below. I'm struggling to see positives from that game. What do you think about that referee? What do you think about the performance, and what do you think about Brentford? Do you think they came here and did a job? I thought they were the better footballing team. They were playing it nicely on the ground. Leeds didn't seem to be doing the high press at all. I don't know if we looked tired, but we just didn't seem at it from moment one. We were with a lot of Leeds fans tonight, and they were rawly disappointed by that performance, and it wasn't good enough at all. And I think Bielsa will highlight that as well. I thought Jack Clark, well done, lad. Came on, made a difference. As I've been saying from moment one, he came on. He looked bright. He was going at the players and won a free kick straight away. Another yellow card which didn't get given, which should have been. And I thought he was superb when he came on. Looked very, very dangerous. Was taking players on, whipping balls in. I thought he did really, really well. And this is what I mean. This is what I, as a fan, have been crying out for. And that's it. That's it. That's how good he can be. Really good impact sub. So well done, Jack Clark. If Douglas is out, the next game needs to be Douglas. Needs to be Pearce left back. Sorry, it does. Natural width, natural balance to that back four, and gives us more going forward. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comments below. Ramblers of the South Stand. I'll see you in a bit.